Hey everyone, so let's do another mid-proof wheated bourbon blind. One of my favorites, Maker's 46, 94 proof, and this Buffalo Trace kosher wheat recipe, 94 proof. Same proof, a Buffalo Trace and Maker's Mark, some of my all-time favorite distilleries. I just did a blind, mid-proof wheated bourbon blind with this Buffalo Trace kosher wheat recipe against Bardstown, bottled on Black Label. That was 100 proof, and it really was a dead heat. This was sweeter. That was more doughy. I like them both for different reasons at different times. I wasn't going to do this one as a blind because this is just so obvious with the French oak finishing. But I was like, what the heck? Let's just do it the same way. And the last one, I was able to pick the profiles out, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do the same here. In previous blinds, I did do, so I don't have to do this again. I did do this Maker's 46 against that Bardstown. This Maker's one. Maker's for me is just very distinctive. I love the French oak. So I'm going to see which one I would pick out. But it's just kind of interesting because you got both different versions of the classic Makers. And I love the Makers. I love the Buffalo Trace, two my top distilleries. So we'll do it as a blind. Let's pour them up, mix them up, and let's get started. Okay, so we have these poured up, mixed up, have no idea which is which. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention the mash bill on the Maker's 46. 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% malted barley. So this is a little bit less wheat than the Bardstown, because this is going to be the constant. We just did the review. We just did the blind using this. So the Bardstown was 20% wheat. This is 16% wheat, so a little less wheat. And this has 2% more corn and 2% more malted barley. So as far as age, this is the same. This is an equal replacement. The Bardstown bottle and bond was 6 years. The Makers, that's a solid 6 years. This is approximately 6 years. They age it to taste, but it is roughly about 6 years. So we're going to say this is still older at 7 years, still non-disclosed. Mash bill, it's probably the same mash bill as the Weller Special Reserve. On cost, though, this is a little bit more of a disparity because this is around $39, and this is available everywhere. Just like the Bardstown, but even more so with the Maker's 46. Every place has this, and this is just here and there. If you can get it, I got it at $54 at one store. It's $99. It's like somewhere about a mile down the road, and not available a lot of other places. So, with that being said, French oak. Oh, and also the French oak finishing with the staves. There's no finishing on this. Let's see. I'm sure I'll pick it out, but it's really more which I prefer. Okay, actually, now I got confused. So now I'm not sure which is which on the nose. Let's do a bit of let's as always, let's just determine it on the palate. Cheers. Cheers. All right. I think I can tell now on the palate. Nose threw me off. Okay. All right. Again, ironically in the same order, I'm going to say Buffalo Trace. This is Buffalo Trace kosher. This is Maker's 46. Yes. Okay. This is definitely a sharper profile with the French oak finishing as far as what I prefer. I mean, in this case, both very close. Both very close. But I got to go with my Maker's 46. It's just, these are just both so good, but the nose threw me off because actually, in this case, the nose was coming out more potent. As you can tell when I was nosing it, the nose came out more potent from the Buffalo Trace kosher. But once again, Maker's 46. Now it's two of these. It took the blind against the Bardstown, and it took this blind. It's not by a lot. It's just different, but it's almost not fair because this has the French oak finishing. This doesn't, but this is just still one of my, as far as not a low proof, but a lower proof. this is always one of my top recommendations. It could be for somebody even getting into bourbon. I don't think it's that high a proof. I know people generally maybe would like to stick to an 80 to 90 proof, but at 94 proof, this is really not that high. I recommend this for people who are new to it. And also, I've had people come to me, people at work, people I know say, hey, I want to buy a bottle of bourbon for somebody, going to a party, a function, it's a birthday. What do you recommend? This is always one of my top recommendations as far as, a nice bottle, in the 30s, nothing crazy priced. Maker's 46 is always it. So in this particular blind, I love both of these, but I'm going to have to go with my solid Maker's 46. But, this is fantastic. However, also, you got to realize this is a lot more available and definitely lower price, even more so than the Bardstown. So for this one, the 46 takes it, but these are both great pours. Cheers.